Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a quick share of my latest list in my listing endeavors. Now I'm behind. I'm quite a bit behind in my listing. I have not been able to keep up with my about last month in the news. Some of that is because I'm not quite sure how I want to approach it and how much I want to share. I think some of the in the news may go into my 6x8 album. So some of these things I'm sort of thinking about how I want to approach them and do them. But I'm behind on my reading. One I showed you, was it last month? This was now you see the January one I actually did and completed. And I did do my in the news, but that was December, golly. About last month for January I did do. I got ready here for Brazil in February, but I did not do it. So I have some catching up to do. But today, I felt like doing a little bit of a different list. And this is based on watching Lael over the weekend. She had a full day listing. I've not watched much of it yet. But she created a list of, I think it was the Perfect Sunday. And that gave me the idea of sort of a fun day and trying to once in a while make sure that I take a date for myself. These days that tends to maybe be a few hours, although today I am taking, I'm recording this on Thursday the 27th, I think, of March. It's probably going to go up maybe even this afternoon or tomorrow, but I am taking a mental health day, my friends. Anyway, so I decided that it was not necessarily a Sunday, but one fine and fun day. And I wanted to have that in my book. And so one fine and fun day is a day spent indulging in some of my favorite hobbies. Now, sometimes it's not a full day thing. Most of the time it's not a full day thing, but rather maybe an hour here but a little bit of time every day for sure. But anyway, I wanted to get this down, and I think I really want to get this down because I wanted to make me think about actually doing one full day a month, regardless of what is going on in my life. I think it's important. It's important to take care of yourself even when so much is going on in your life. So I use my front porch, of course, from Simple Stories, and a little bit of a scrap from another piece. So all of the paper here is from Front Porch, and the die cuts here are from my collection obsession for this month, of which I really have not done anything except for this, but these die cuts are some Jen Hadfield die cuts. So I did my background here, of course, with that lovely little floral paper, and then cut down my whipped cream cardstock, and I did ink the edges of the cardstock in Stampin' Up! Suede, the suede. I can't remember, it's two words in the name, but anyway, the suede, the brown suede. So I did that, but then I wanted to sort of match up into this lovely golden yellow for my stamping. So I used my Lil by Mail, my Reggie Alpha, and if you remember, I bought these because Reggie is the name of her cat, and I love the size, and I love that there are capitals and lowercase as well. But one thing that is not here that disappoints me is an ampersand. So I went into one of my Stampin' Up, my small Stampin' Up sets, and found an ampersand. So one fine day, and then I just put a couple of lines under there and went in to my list builder, the Bullets and More number 3. And I used the paint palette here because a lot of my hobbies, of course, are crafting related. And I have a picture over here of my colored pencils, my scrapbooking, some adult coloring I did, some stamp coloring I did for card making, but also, of course, of some books because reading is a very big part of my downtime as well. So, as I mentioned, is a day spent indulging in some of my favorite hobbies. So, scrapbooking or making small stocking stuffer type projects. You saw that this month I did some bookmarks. So, my scrapbooking is, of course, 12 by 12, 6 by 8, the lists, and some of these smaller items. So reading a cozy mystery or watching one, because I really do. The two services that I have are BritBox and Acorn. I don't have anything else, but I really do enjoy watching those, and I love the cozy mysteries on either of those channels. I should have added here watching some cooking shows as well, because on BritBox I really do enjoy watching some of those. Then adult coloring, and I am thankful to my friend Shannon from She's Crafty for reminding me of this lovely and neglected hobby. As you know, if you follow me, I've picked that back up, and with everything going on with Mom and where we are with that, I have really found that coloring really takes me out of my mind. It really is something that my mind goes totally blank and I can focus on the coloring more than any of my other hobbies. So I'm very, very thankful that I found that again, and I put a little photo here. Creating a fun, quick, and simple meal. I used to create more elaborate meals and do a lot more entertaining than I do now, but I do get pleasure out of just looking in the refrigerator, finding some fun, fresh ingredients and making myself a quick meal. And sometimes that can just be an omelet, but I enjoy taking a few minutes, not too long anymore, and doing something fun, fresh, and simple for my nourishment. And then, of course, watching YouTube, BookTube, and participating in sprints. So in the last month, I maybe haven't been able to do as much of this. I admit to have been focusing a lot more maybe on the coloring, because I can sit for half an hour in the evening and do just a little bit. And as I say, it really shuts my mind off to anything else that is going on. So that, and then on this side, as I mentioned, I just have the photo. I did a photo collage, popped a couple of little die cuts here and a Nicole Jones 911 viewfinder. And I find these two pages match quite well. And I chose this lovely heart page, all these little hearts here for these hobbies, because they do keep me sane. So there you go. So I stamped, of course, using fossilized amber, distress oxide, and then I wrote my list using early espresso marker from Stampin' Up. So there you go. So I got a list done, and I will be back soon with my end of the month wrap-ups, as small as they will be, but I will have a coloring one, as I mentioned to you. I will, split that out from my paper crafting for those who are here only for the coloring, or for those that don't want to watch the coloring. So I will see you back here very, very soon. Thank you, my friends, for all of the support, the messages, your kind thoughts, words, and hugs. They mean more to me than you can know. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and for supporting me the way you do. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.